Hi everyone, this is Michael, better known as MikeBloke2014 on Twitter. This is an introduction video for a project I'm starting. It is about religion. If that's something that bores you, you best go now while you still can. People have probably been wondering why it's something I feel need to record, and to be honest, it's probably more for my benefit than anyone else's. I've spent a good number of my 8 years since I converted talking about and explaining many aspects of the Islamic religion, both to family and friends, colleagues, new Muslims, and perhaps surprisingly many born into the faith as well. This project is intended as an extension of that work and to better define the contemporary issues affecting the Muslim world today. These issues are found in the Quran, but we find it hard to see or hear these topics being talked about. These topics are war and conflict, women's rights, and pluralism between people of different faiths or beliefs. Now, normally when people ask me about these topics, it's something specific, sometimes asked out of ignorance or arrogance. Many think that they know the answer better than I know my own faith. That's a common problem that many of us face. But in recent weeks and months, with the situation in Iraq and Syria becoming progressively worse, these questions across these three areas are getting increasingly melded together, and only in the last day or two we've heard reports of one group kidnapping women and children while slaughtering the men. It's these kind of issues that I want this project to tackle, because I feel that nobody else is really making strong efforts to condemn these acts with any substance. Now, this doesn't mean that I think that nobody's condemning them. That's quite the opposite. I think most of us have probably had at least one awkward conversation with someone that we've had to do such a thing. What I really mean is being able to back this condemnation with evidence and sources, and this isn't something that we'd normally keep in our heads while waiting for the time to be able to use it. So this project is going to be deep analysis first from the Quran, and it also will hopefully go into other sources as well, and building material to be readily available for all for when they go up against these types of questions. So going back to the reasons for recording into a video, if I don't have the conviction to talk about it to a screen to be watched by random people online, I probably won't be able to do it in person, and also it won't be any use to anyone else to be able to use the material as well. I'm hoping to first start researching into this in the next week, but I need you to come back to me with what typical issues you might find yourself having to explain, especially if it's in those three topics I outlined before, or perhaps something else entirely, and I'll cover subjects anyway as it comes up. I'll see about making a website or using a website to put this content on, then it'll be publicly available, and I welcome any and all help on this project. Hopefully I'll be able to do another video soon outlining what I'm actually going to do, as this is just an introduction and just talking about it. If you've got any questions for me or what I'm doing, then please leave a comment or message me on Twitter, and I'll do my best to answer them.